Hello everyone, this is Adi from tarotforlifecoaching.com, and this is a monthly reading for Cancerians for the month of March 2017. There's a monthly reading for Cancerians for March 2017. I'm using the Tarot of the Old Path for this month with some oracle cards just to give extra depth to the reading. So let's see what the general energies are for Cancerians this month. Please know that they are general readings, so they're not going to apply exactly the same for everybody, but hopefully it will give an overall feel of how the month will progress for you and what you have to play with. And I'm going to do an angel card. Let's have a look at the angel cards I say. Yeah, definitely that one. And I'm going to use this month's oracle card called the Soul Singing Oracle cards. As they are bright and lively as we need them early spring, just to remind ourselves that we have positive energy going into the month. Okay, let's have a look, Cancerian. So we start with the Two of Rods in reverse. We move on to the Seven of Cauldrons. And we move on to the Eight of Cauldrons. Cauldrons also being another word for cups. In this deck we have Ace of Swords. Very nice. We have Five of Cauldrons. We've got a lot of fluidity, emotional energy this month, it seems. Five of Swords. We have the Knight of Rods in reverse. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. So good. And your overall energy for this month is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And we're also starting with the Two of Rods in reverse here. So there is something about juggling and decisions and getting your head straight. And this situation starts, the month starts off with the Two of Rods in reverse. And the Two of Rods is very much about, overall, it's very much about finding a way forward. It's about new pathways forward and long-term decisions as well. So it feels to me with the overall energy of the Two of Pentacles and having to make decisions and balancing things and feeling a bit out of balance possibly, that it is very important at the beginning of the month that you get your head clear about the decision somehow, like a way forward, and feeling a bit stuck. So you need to make a decision, because the Seven of Cauldrons, it feels very much connected to a love element in your life. So either a loved one or a family situation, or situation you love very much, your job, if you love it. And it feels to me that you have to make a decision of some sort in terms of how you go forward with something. There are many choices here. This person sits on the bank by the river and there's many choices. Cups are full, water is there, plenty of it. So it feels quite abundant in many ways in this reading. And it's almost like, you know, what way am I going to go forward with this? Because there's almost too many choices, and it's, you know, it's a luxury, isn't it? It's having a way forward, but you can't really see the wood for the trees because there's so much there. And yeah, so that feels like, it doesn't feel like a negative decision in any way. It feels like it's quite joyous. It's a joyous thing that you have so many choices to choose for. In a way, the world is your oyster, and but you do need to choose one, because otherwise you will get stuck. And the spread is just saying, like, I do need to move forward with this. I do need to make a decision. The Eight of Cauldrons also says that. It says it takes the cups forward. It takes the cups away from an old situation, and you can interpret this in many ways. In some ways, I can see again there is abundance. There is so much, and this person is basically leaving a situation with the cups that she can hold or he can hold, and is saying, you know, goodbye. I have enough. I can't deal with all that's going on in the background. I need to move away from this. There's many ways in which you can interpret this card, but I see it in this reading a bit like this. It's like, I need to make a decision. I need to take the cups that I've got. I can't take everything with me, because that would be too much, and I can't carry that. But I take what I need with me, and I'm going to leave that situation. She's had enough of it, it feels, and it's like, I'm going to rescue some of what I've lost, or what I don't want anymore. And whilst they're not watching, I'm just going to take it and do a runner, really. So how that applies to your specific life, that will be very different for people. You know, in some ways you can say you're actually leaving a relationship, you're making a choice. Maybe you have not made a choice yet, and you have different options, and there comes a point where you decide, I'm going to take this road, you know, I'm going to take this way forward. I'm leaving the rest behind me now because there's too much for me. There's overabundance almost. And this is how I see it in your reading, you know. It's not always a positive card, the Eight of Cauldrons for me. It's sometimes it feels like you're leaving, you're taking something from other people, but I don't feel that is the case in this situation. It just feels to me really about having a lot of choices, being a bit bored or fed up with some of them, and wanting to leave it behind and then moving on. And yeah, and this is combined with a new idea, so you may well be inspired to do that, to leave things behind and to take what you've got. You've got a very strong card here, the Ace of Swords, which is very sharp thinking, very sharp new ideas coming in, and that could be quite unexpected, you know. So it could be I'm going to be clear about my decisions. I've got a clear idea now what I need to do, and I'm going to take my stuff and leave the rest behind me. And this leaving behind brings with it obviously some thought patterns and some worries. This person, the Five of Cauldrons, is sitting there pondering, have I done the right thing or not? And often with the Five of Cauldrons there is an element of nothing is lost, really. It looks lost, but sometimes you do need to leave things behind. But there may well come a point in your month where you start to realize, I have made decisions now and I've gone this way, but is it the right way? And just be very careful. This card just warns of focusing on the negatives, on the things that you've left behind, rather than the things that you've chosen, you know, because often there is a way out, there is a doorway or something behind this person. There's still cups full, and when you make changes in your life and you make strong decisions, often there is a bit of compromise to be made, isn't there? You have to, you know, not every element of it may feel comfortable, so just don't get too drawn into it, you know. Just don't get too drawn into the negatives of what you've left behind, because it's not needed. You've got a lot of potential there to go forward, and bright ideas also. And this card says the same, the Five of Swords, which is in reverse. It just shows, you know, there could be contradictory thoughts and worry and an internal mind battle, almost like, you know, have I done the right thing? Being haunted by your own thoughts a little bit. But this is in reverse, so the card is basically saying, just don't do that, just stay focused. You know, you've got this really strong Ace of Swords. Don't go into the mind too much. Don't overthink it. You don't have to fight too much. It's not necessary. And leave it behind you. You know, just be positive. Don't go in a negative mind state, because it's not necessary. You've got extremely beautiful cards there, and the Ace of Swords really says, like, you know, there's a bright way forward. You've got a new idea. You need to follow it, and focus on that. And this then goes into the Nine of Rods. There's this process going on. The Knight of Rods wants to go forward, you know, and it wants to achieve things. He is a fiery, passionate person who wants to achieve things and deal with, make things right, righteous. You know, it is somebody who won't leave a stone unturned. Is a fiery energy there to go forward and to deal with situations if they need to be dealt with. But the situation is one, again, of thoughts tormenting you. The Nine of Swords being there, in a way stopping you from going forward and from, you know, just from seeing things positively. The good thing with these cards is that the 9 is nearly at the end, you know, and it is obviously a process that you're going through that you find it difficult. You may well have thought a long time about making changes or making a certain choice, and it is something that doesn't come that easy to you. And in a way, you're conscientious, you want to do it right. And there are going to be people who are going to be upset by your choices. You can see it because you can only make one choice if you want to go forward, not a lot. And there's a lot of people there. So there is this sense of having to be very strong in yourself to make the decisions that are right for you, Cancerians, that feel right to you. And then, not that you have to be completely blunt to other people, but life is for living, and life is for going forward and for obviously conscientiously making decisions about where your life needs to go. And it feels to me that you are going to make decisions that may upset some people, but they are right for you, and they are based on a bright decision that comes into your mind. So try not to then regret what you've chosen. Just keep going forward. Be very strong in yourself. So, because if you stay sort of lingering in between, then you're tormenting yourself in a way, and that, I think, is what's happening here. You mustn't linger on it. If you make a really good choice, then just know that you've done it with the best of intentions at the right time, and don't be hard on yourself. That's what the cards are saying. Be gentle. And let's see what the Angel card is saying for you. Balance, yes. So again, this would relate to the Nine of Swords that is causing you distress at some point during the month, because you know, if you make changes and make decisions, often, yeah, you wonder if you've made the right one. And just don't let the Angel card really is saying, just stay in balance. Don't allow your mind to overtake. It's not necessary. You've got a really good idea here. The Nine of Swords is under the Ace of Swords, and so there is something about just trusting that you have had intuition or strong sense of the right way forward, that you've made your decisions, and that you just have to go with it. You know, be very strong about it. And the Soul Singing card is saying, let your soul sing to the heavens, be loud and proud of who you are, and do what you love. If the whole world was full of singing souls, if the world was full of singing souls, it would be a merry dance of life. So again, let your soul sing to the heavens, be loud and proud of who you are, and do what you love. If the whole world was full of singing souls, it would be a merry dance of life. Yeah, so really, it confirms to me that you mustn't hold yourself back because you feel like you may upset another person. If obviously, always do it in a balanced way, in a a gentle way, you know, considerate. And if you've made decisions in that way, then you don't have to be upset, because life needs to move on, and you need to follow your heart and your inspiration, really, because the Ace of Swords very much speaks about inspiration. And so don't regret it. Go forward, keep your positive mind, and keep your balance. That's what it's saying. The same with the overall card, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which says there's a tendency of going out of balance with your thoughts, I think, in this reading. And just keep yourself, you know, you are in a good position. Just keep yourself balanced if you can. And it should be a good month. It should be a good month, yeah. Okay, so that is it, Cancerians, for the month of March for you. I wish you a wonderful month. This is a general reading for everybody to pick what they feel is right for them. But if you do want a reading specifically for your situation, then do contact me via my website at tarotforlifecoaching.com. And I can do a personal reading for you for your situation, and we can see where that brings you. If not, I wish you a beautiful month and hope to see you very soon. Thank you so much for watching.